Hi guys, welcome back to Crystal Styled It. This is Cora. She's my new little baby. She's going to be joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about maximalism. It seems to be really super trendy right now, and it's kind of one of those things that's really difficult to master. So you've got to really try to find a way to master the art of layering in a way that's cohesive but not chaotic. And that's kind of really what the focus of today is going to be. But with that being said, did you know that layering your outfit can boost your confidence just like power dressing? Studies have actually shown that wearing well-structured, well-layered outfits makes people feel more competent, more put together, just more authoritative in any social situation. So this is actually a really good skill to master. The concept of layered clothing allows us to kind of create and adapt versatility into our style, which is why this is such a good skill to have. Sorry, my little dog is trying to jump on the couch and she can't make it. But it's essential to have this mastered because it does so many things for you. For starters, it allows you to create a more dynamic and polished look because it adds depth, it adds dimension to your outfit. It enhances versatility. Well-layered clothing can adapt to any situation. It can adapt to different settings, whether that be casual, sophisticated, you name it. All you have to do is simply remove or add a layer of clothing and you can change for any sort of situation. It boosts confidence. It boosts confidence through comfort because you're able to, easily adapt to any situation. You can remain comfortable in no matter what environment that you're in. It elevates your personal style. It allows you to experiment and showcase how unique you are and all the different, just to showcase your unique fashion sense in general. But yeah, so it's enhancing our versatility, it's boosting our confidence, it's allowing for us to create dynamic structure to our outfits. It also helps to just improve your proportion and your silhouette. For example, you can do a belt over a blazer to really show off your figure. If you wanted to elongate your frame, you could use a long coat over shorter layers. With the art of layering with maximalist fashion, it really gives us endless outfit options. You can mix and match any pattern and just create all of these different unique combinations and just really play around with it and have fun with it. Because of that, this is also a super eco-friendly and sustainable way of dressing. And I think that is important as well. But this also allows us to exude like an effortless elegance. If it's done well, everything will look curated but natural. So there's definitely challenges when attempting to layer an outfit in a cohesive way. And one of the main things just being that if you overdo it, you're gonna look bulky. If you overdo it, you're gonna look bulky or mismatched. So, that's probably the biggest one, is just to avoid looking bulky. You want to look chic. But if you add too many thick layers under thinner layers, then you're gonna end up adding to that bulk, and it's just simply not gonna work out. Other mistakes that people make are using clashing colors. It's gonna add chaos to the outfit rather than cohesion, which is the opposite of what we're going for. If you do too many layers, you run the risk of feeling hot and uncomfortable. And like we mentioned earlier, one of the benefits to this fashion style or this fashion trend is that you have the ability to make your outfits more comfortable because you can adapt to any situation by adding or removing layers. But if you put yourself into a situation where there's too many layers or the layers just don't work or you can't easily add or remove, then you run the risk of feeling uncomfortable. Another downfall to this is just not working out your proportions appropriately, because that having strange combinations of different proportions can add an awkwardness element to the outfit, but not like a cutesy awkwardness that we're going for with this eclectic type of style. More of like just awkward. We don't want that. The biggest one, simply not knowing where to start. So that's where I come in. So layering is really all about striking a balance. We want to mix and match for cohesion rather than chaos. We want to put together something that works well, but also remains interesting. So in order to master this, the key here is understanding the importance of different textures, of different weights, of different drapes. For example, it's best to pair flowy pieces with structured pieces. The reason being is because it adds sophistication to the look. Other ways to go about this would be to style soft or smooth pieces with those that have a little bit more texture, like a velvet or a suede, or something that's just a little bit rougher or chunkier, because this adds depth, it adds interest, it adds appeal to the outfit. Color coordination is a big one here, because what you really ultimately want to do is find one color scheme and tie everything into that. You want to stick with the same color scheme. You want to use shared color palettes with similar brightnesses or similar saturations and hues. You want to use shared vibes, the shared aesthetic. And then, one of the pieces that I think a lot of people tend to forget about is adding that, one neutral piece into the mix in order to kind of break things up and bring things together a little bit easier. Lastly, when it comes to layering, fit is crucial. Each piece needs to fit well together independently, but also as a group. We don't want the combination of everything to overwhelm the body. Just because we're doing layering, just because we're doing maximalism, just because we're doing mix and match does not give an excuse for a poorly put together outfit. So, a good example of this is going to be finding well-fitting base layers and then building up with the thickness of what you're layering over top of that. You want to use structured and tailored pieces to go over those thinner base layers. Breathable pieces like silks or cotton as your base. And then for your buildable layers, you want to think about removable pieces like sweaters, cardigans, coats. So once you've gotten down or mastered the art of, just the layering technique as it is, we'll talk about the hidden secret, the final key, the most important piece. This is the third piece. So you have your base, you have your layers, but then you have your third piece. The third piece is going to be your secret weapon. This is what's going to take your outfit from cute to wow. It's going to take any outfit from good to great. This is the piece that is your statement jacket, a fun hat, scarves. This basically is a key statement accessory that really enhances and elevates the outfit. Whatever this is, it has to have the power to add a whole new depth or dimension to your outfit. Do not underestimate this piece. This is the most common, the biggest, the worst mistake that you can make when it comes to mix and match and maximalism and all that there is to layering. We also talked about the art of balance. The art of balance is important because you don't want to overdo it. You want, like we said, we want the outfit to look cohesive, not chaotic. We don't want to add so much that it starts to feel more like a costume. We want just enough to make the outfit feel complete, but not boring. So, in summary of all of this, I think the most important things, if you're going to pull anything out of all of this, the most important things that you should really pull out is that getting layering correct can be a huge attribute to your wardrobe. It can honestly be so transformative. In my opinion, I feel like it'll almost help you feel like you're unlocking that next layer of fashion. My biggest tip to you guys really is don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Try something new. Try different combinations. Try that leopard print with the polka dots. Try something that feels like it won't work, but feels like maybe it could if we just put a little bit of zhuzhing into it. The best thing to do when you're experimenting with something like this, especially if you do feel a little bit uncomfortable, is just try this at home. Try this when you're not about to go somewhere. Experiment when you're bored. Experiment when you get a new outfit. Experiment when you go shopping. You don't have to leave the house in this until you're 100% comfortable with what you've put together. And I think that's important to understand as well. Don't get discouraged if the first look that you put together doesn't make sense to you or doesn't look right. You can always, always find a way to make it work. So with that being said, I'll show you guys what I've put together for you today. As you can see, I've got this kind of loud, funky jacket that I thrifted. Another massive hint for this is that this is a very easy style to work out at the thrift store, which, just further adds to that sustainability and eco-friendly nature of maximalism and this trend. So yeah, I thrifted this jacket and then I paired it with, let me stand up, this adorable skirt. If you notice, the jacket adds a little bit of structure to the outfit, whereas the skirt is a little bit more on the flowy side. And then to kind of break things up and bring that cohesive nature to the rest of the outfit, I've paired this kind of neutral tone, but still fun and metallic top underneath all of it to bring everything together. What we could consider here is adding a fun shoe, maybe adding a fun pair of lace socks with all of this. Maybe I could do a really fun necklace to kind of tie things together more. Jewelry is something that you never want to forget about with this. And obviously I'm going to have a really brightly colored bag that's just going to go with the rest of this entirely. Even more fun thing about this jacket is that it's reversible, and I think either side could work. I just liked this one better because I think that orangey tone kind of really gives us a good color scheme with the same kind of saturation. But yeah, I definitely encourage you to go to a thrift store, experiment with different pieces, see what you can throw together, see what feels right, see what doesn't, and just kind of get really comfortable with learning how to layer and learning how to mix match things that may or may not look like they would go together, but actually come together to create a really, really perfect outfit. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Leave your own tips. How do you like to layer things? How do you like to mix and match? I would love to hear what other options that maybe I'm not thinking of or could give me a different perspective. If you enjoyed this video, I put out new videos every week. Mostly talking about different fashion trends and different other style tips and things like that. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, make sure to hit subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. All right. Bye. Say bye, Cora.